there's nothing like postseason baseball. It's just and if we could get a game at Kauffman in the postseason again, that would just be a blast. I actually enjoyed October baseball.
That's a lot to ask for. You know
it is a lot to ask for. I know.
You remember what it was like between 85 and what year?
2015. Well, there were a few dark years there between the 30 years between championships. Yeah, I get it. I covered a lot of that. Yeah.
I was rebuilding since 1985 shirts.
Right. Yeah. Sitting on the edge of the bed telling me how good it's going to be. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
So how did the wonderful Laura Lisec take yesterday's win? Was she beside herself and just super giddy?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's been we had margaritas last night. We celebrated a little bit. Does a win? Not the full celebration. Not the full celebration that will happen after a wild card victory. But yeah, you gotta tuck the series away first. But it's off to a good start. You got to win one of the next two.
Oh, I feel like I just got a glimpse into your sex life too. Like if it goes bad, it goes bad. If it goes good, it goes really good. Because, winning and loving that, it's got to lead to other forms of happiness. Oh, my God. No wonder you're so crazy about this stuff. And you go to the nail biter, you're like, come on.
I thought you were going to say because it happens once every 30 years.
Wasn't gonna try that.
Yeah, you were. You were thinking it. The FedEx guy's going to be taking pictures in the back of the way.
UPS, FedEx, they all showed up at the same time. UPS.
Amazon guy, yeah. No, that doesn't happen anymore. This is true love here. This is gonna. I've got a good feeling about this. I really do. Royals off to a great start in the wild card series against the Orioles. Bobby Witt Jr. drove in the lone run of the game, gives the Royals a 1-0 victory. Cole Reagan's pitched really well through 6 innings. They now need one win out of the next 2 to advance the divisional series against the Yankees, and I would say that's when it gets really real. But to win a wild card series would be pretty big too.
So we hit the wild card series, and then if we face the Yankees now. Do we go to? Because you're really gonna have to explain where we're at with this.
Yeah,
if
we
lose the Yankees, are we completely out? Or?
Yeah, you lose the series now, you're done.
It goes to sudden death. Like it is.
Well, so you got to go. You got to win. It's a best of 5 against the Yankees. So we got a ways to go. We'll walk through it together. But we got to take care of business today. You take care of business today, then we'll get giddy about the Yankees. How about that?
Listen, I just want to know when the win comes to the Lisec household. It's the wild card championship,
all right? Well, I've got the blue lights on over the garage, and that'll let you know, okay?
I know. I hope that's just not foreshadowing for your balls.
I change out the garage lights. I got blue lights up there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Like a beacon of hope. Orioles 9 straight postseason games, many of those to the Royals now. Game 2 this afternoon, Seth Lugo making his first playoff start, 3:30. That's on ESPN if you'd like to watch. It'll be a lot of fun. Other playoff action, Mets beat the Brewers, Tigers down the Astros, Padres over the Braves. They all have 1-0 leads in their best of 3. Chiefs getting busy for the Saints. That's a Monday nighter at Arrowhead. The Bills' Von Miller suspended 4 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. He's alleged to have assaulted his pregnant girlfriend last year. College football, big one for number 9 Mizzou at Texas A&M on Saturday. KU goes to Arizona State Saturday night. You were talking about I was never the cool kid that had I didn't work at Street Side Records or I didn't work at 7th Heaven, but I loved to fish as a young man, and I worked at Platt Bait and Tackle in Platt Woods as a young guy for a couple of years, and right next door to us was a record store. So these were the cool guys, right? And we were separate. I'm selling minnows and night crawlers, and these guys on the other side of me are selling records, right? So I could smell the incense across the wall. I could hear their music. I could hear them. They seemed to be having more fun. Although I loved my job. I loved my job, and I truly loved fishing. And I loved getting up at 6 a.m. to box night crawlers for the old guys that show up at 5:30 when they know you open at 6, waiting for where are my night crawlers? Oh, they're coming, sir. So that I really enjoyed that. I really had a good time doing that. But I knew that there was a cooler side on the other side of the wall, right? I mean, I knew that was probably
that's
where the cool guys were. So we sold crickets as well, and I don't know if you know anything about crickets. But when you put them in a big box, crickets tend to get out. You can't hold a cricket in a cage. I mean, in a wooden box. I mean, they're going to get out. So crickets would get out of our cage, and of course they would go next door. I don't know what they were looking for next door, but there was something over there that they apparently the crickets liked.
Did you purposely?
I don't know if you know anything about.
Did you purposely flood their area with crickets?
No, we would not flood their area with crickets. But crickets, I don't know if you know anything about them, but they'll chirp sometimes, and sometimes you can't find them, but they'll, it could tend to drive you crazy. So
you were really mad about those guys having fun.
I was a little upset about it. So this guy comes over. I wish I could remember his name. He comes over, dude. What's the bounty on crickets? I go, I don't know. He goes, I got one here. Like he was bringing the crickets back over one at a time. Like he would catch them with his hand and bring them back over.
That's great.
Yeah, that was fun times.
Little did he know you were throwing them through the drop ceiling.
No, I was not. I wouldn't let crickets loose. No, you wouldn't turn the crickets loose. Just because we had thousands of them in a box,
right.
they somehow they get out.
I feel like you were loading your pockets with them and just walking through the record store.
Yeah, drop them.
Yeah,
like Shawshank Redemption, just kind of get my pant leg and let them out. Yeah. I wish I would have thought of that. That would have been funnier. But yeah. Well. I'm sure it worked out well for everybody.
By your impersonation of the record store employee, you did not love them.
I think they looked down at me. I think they were kind of judgy. I think they thought the kids selling minnows and night crawlers wasn't as cool as they were. That's what I think.
Well,
and he was probably right. But
as you get older, I would value more the crazy old bastards that would come in the never-ending fishing talk. Because a bait store is much like a gun shop if it's in a small community.
Yes,
they're just there to talk. They're they have conversation to have, and they're going to complain. But but if you miss a day with them, then you wonder if they goddamn died at their own house. You're like, son of a bitch, Ricky Jim hasn't come by in 3 days.
We would open it. This is way too much. This is more information than you ever want to know about bait and tackle. But my neighbor Howard Tweedy, who was a great guy, it was gave me my first job. So this is my first job. So I'm taking it seriously. So they would open at 6 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. These fishermen, they like to start early, you know. So we opened the door at 6 o'clock. So I would get there at 5:30. I had to box the night crawlers. Night crawlers came in a big cardboard box that got shipped from Canada. And you have to get these night crawlers and mix the bedding, and then put a dozen night crawlers in a box, and these guys would come and buy them. But no matter what time I got there, these guys were sitting in the parking lot waiting for me to get there. So if I got there at 5:15, they were in the parking lot waiting for the doors to open. I'm like, hey, we don't open until 6. We gotta get another. Okay, sir, I know, but it didn't matter what time. You're late. I go, we don't open until 6. It's 5:45. What are you talking about? We would have these battles with the old guys, but there was a really nice elderly couple that worked at the bait shop, and they had the shift before I did, before I got out of high school, and I would go there and work. So this was during the summer. It's a brutally hot day, and I had to go pick up the minnows. There was a distributor somewhere in town that would get the minnows. And I had them in the back of this pickup truck, and I bring the minnows to the bait shop. Well, the minnow tank is like at about 45 degrees. It's really cold. I don't know if that's what minnows like or whatever, but the minnows that I have in the bag have been in the back of a pickup truck for about 30 minutes. Okay. So I said, I go, Art, the minnows are there, but you gotta leave them in the, it's like having a new fish. You gotta leave them in the bag in the tank and let it acclimate to the same temperature. So I go in, I put one bag in there, and I go out to get the other bag, and the nice lady working there had cut the bag open and just dumped these minnows into the tank. So they went from about 70-degree water to 45-degree water, and so it's like $500 worth of minnows, which in 1978 was like a lot of money. And these minnows are all belly up in the tank, and she is giving them literally CPR, like she is trying to stir the tank, like trying to save these 1,000 minnows.
She wasn't even trying to save them. She's just trying to create a current so you didn't know they were dead. The great minnow genocide of '77.
Yeah, the great minnow tragedy of '79. I lived through that, so. But it was a great job, and we had a lot of fun. So, and the kids next door at the record shop apparently had more fun. But
sons of bitches!
I don't know how those crickets got out. Damn it, that cage. It's got a hole in it. It's got a leak. You guys are drinking beer and wearing sleeveless shirts.
Let it go. Let it go.
I love you. I love you. Hey, pull for the Royals today, okay? We'll talk about it on Friday, shall we?
Yes, sir.
The sports in my shorts. I'm Leif Lisec for the Johnny Dare Morning Show.
This is the Johnny Dare Morning Show.
Rock weather today. You're going to have sunshine. It'll be a little warmer today. High around 77. Low tonight 59. And then Thursday, sunshine. High back up to 87. Can you believe 90s for the weekend? Currently, it is 52 in Liberty and 52 in Lawrence at KQRC Leavenworth, Kansas City.
KQRC?
KQRC Leavenworth, Kansas City.
You smell toast, Booby?
I wish.
You want the stroke? You want it to happen?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I'm ready.
You don't.
No, because I won't peace out.
It won't take you.
No.
No. You'll be half. And then we'll just make fun. You think it's bad now. When you're doing, I'm Ricky Price on the clock.
Oh, yeah. Anyone in the
We're like,
listening distance that thinks that I would not still be required to read and misread S on this place, so wrong.
Oh, dude. Mike
I'd
would be
have
like,
to read it through a straw.
Nycki Dawn. Yeah, you'd have the little...
My little blow.
We'd get the Neuralink. So you're like, and I'm Nycki Dawn. On we just AI your ass, and Mike can ensure that you have to come back because it covers your medical insurance. It's like,
God, this is reality and it's real.
no, I don't have to come back to work. Yes, Nycki, you do. And until you agree, I'm setting the brake on your chair.